Hello everyone, in this video I'll be solving Cambridge A-Level Information Technology Paper 4 Practical for Specimen 2025. I'm going to solve the web programming task, which is question 4. All other tasks are solved and uploaded. You can find the link in the description. Open quizdev.html in your browser and in a text editor. So I have the file here. Open it in browser. So this is the page and I have opened the page in the browser. I'm using Adobe Dreamweaver as the editor. The JavaScript code for the page is not complete. For the purpose of this task, your final code does not need to check if the answers entered are correct. So if you look at this page, you can see this page is about a quiz. There are 3 buttons to start the quiz, for the next question, and click to restart the quiz. So the task is mainly about the actions taken by clicking the button. Click the buttons to find out what already works. So you can click on the button. If you click on start the quiz, you can see the first question appears, and if you click on next question, it will go to next question, and it only supports 5 questions. After 5 questions, it's showing undefined. And when you click to restart the quiz, this is not working. There is no action for this, so we need to redefine the program according to the requirements. Add JavaScript code to make sure that the cell for the answer is blank as soon as the start the quiz button is clicked. So here you can see there is a text here. Type your answer here. As soon as you click start the quiz, this must be removed from here. That is the first question. So now if you look at the code, so this is the text, and you can see the placeholder is named as answer placeholder, or this text box is named as answer placeholder. You can see here. Now let's go back to the code. So the answer placeholder is shown here, and by default it is set to type your answer here. And this is the start the quiz button. So when you click this should be removed. So start the quiz button is known as quiz button. So you can see this is the button, quiz button, and they have given a function for this on click change content. So whatever we are going to do for the start the quiz button must be inside this function change content. Now the change content function is defined here. There are some code already given. We need not change that. Now when you click on start button, the answer placeholder must be empty, or the text inside must not be shown or must be removed. So for that I will give answer placeholder. Let's copy paste, otherwise there might be case changes. So I'll copy this. Answer placeholder dot value. That means the value inside that placeholder must be set to empty. So I'll give double inverted comma, which represents empty value. Now let's check whether it's working. Refresh the page. When I click on start the quiz button, here this text should be removed. So let's see. So you can see when I click on start the quiz button, that text is removed and the first question is shown here. So task A is done. Now task B, the web page should display only 5 questions. Add JavaScript code to display a new page after the 5 questions have been asked. it must display the text quiz 1 complete, close your browser on 2 lines as shown below. So inside the function, so when you click the question, after question 5, you need to show the text given here. Now if you look in the function, each time we click the button, question number is increasing. This is the code where it shows the question number is increasing. So we need to make sure that, so this is the variable which contains the question number. So we need to make sure that it cannot exceed 5. So if it is more than 5, we need to display the error message. Not error message, the message which is given here, quiz complete, close your browser. So let's do that. If, so I'm going to use any function here, if question number is greater than 5, if it's greater than 5, document.write, since it's on an empty page, you can give document.write, and you need to show this text, quiz 1 complete, close your browser. So I'll type the text here, quiz 1 complete, close your browser. Now it has to be shown on 2 lines. That means after quiz 1 complete, then this should start on the next line. So I will give the br tag, which will bring the text to the next line. So now let's save and check whether it's working. So I'll click on start the quiz, give next question. After the 5th question, it should show the text which we have given now. So you can see the text is being shown here. Now you can see this is shown as a heading. Here our text is shown as a normal body text. So let's change it to heading. So I give the tag h1 and /h1 at the end of the text. I'll refresh the page. So after the 5th question, this page is displayed. Also, if you look at the text, you can see it is center aligned. So we need to make it center aligned. So I'll add the center tag here, and at the end /center, the closing tag. Also it is bold, so we have to add the tag for bold, which is B, and /B here. Now let's save and refresh the page. So it is center aligned. So when you resize the web page, you can see it looks like this. This is the same as given in the question. Now next, the click to restart the quiz button must restart the quiz. Add JavaScript code to refresh the page whenever the button is clicked. So we have click to restart the quiz button. So this is the button. When you click on it, the page must reload, or it should start again, or the page must be refreshed. So we need to write the code for that. Now if you click on this button, you can see the name of this button is refresh. So we need to write the code for that button. So click on code. So this is the button, ID equal to refresh. So we need to add a onClick property. OnClick equal to, let's give a name for the function called refresh. So I have given onClick refresh. Now we need to define the function refresh. So the function refresh should be function refresh. Once the page is reloaded, it should look exactly like as we have given in the beginning. That means this text type your answer here must be shown, but we had already made it empty, so we need to make sure this text is shown when the page is reloaded. So I will add answer placeholder dot value, this code, should be again set to this text. The text was type your answer here. So answer placeholder dot value equal to type your answer here. We have reset it to that text, and now the page will reload. In order to reload a page, you need to give the code location dot reload. This is the code to reload the same page. So the function refresh is defined in this way. First we have made the answer placeholders value to type your answer here again. Then we will give location dot reload. Now let's save this and check whether it's working. So I have given start the quiz. I have used 3 questions here. Now let's click to restart the quiz button to make sure it's working. So click on it. You can see the page has reloaded and the text has appeared here. So that part is done. Next, task B, add code to display only the start the quiz button at the beginning and show the next question button, and click to restart the button when it is clicked. So now if you look at the page, you can see all 3 buttons are shown here. When the page is loaded, only this button should be shown, start the quiz button. These 2 must not be visible. So when you click on this, then only these 2 buttons should be visible. So we need to write a function to show the button. So I will add a function called show button. We are going to use the getElementById property, and in that we have style.display property. So inside the change content function, you can see they have given, this is how we show and hide a button. So document.getElementById, and if you give the button name .style.display equal to inline. If it's inline means it will be displayed, and if it is none means it will not be displayed, or it will hide the button. So we are going to write the code according to this. Now so the button name for start the quiz is quiz button, for next question is next Q button, and for click to restart is refresh. So when you load the page, only this button should be shown. That means only start quiz button or this quiz button should be shown. So I am going to write like this: document dot get element by ID. So the first button is quiz button. So I'll click on quiz button. Dot style dot display. This is the property for showing the button equal to. So in order to show a button or in order to display a button, we have to give the property name inline. So I'll give inline. And other two buttons will not be shown. That means we have to give none there. So I'll just copy this. So here we need to give the button name next queue button, which is the next button, and that should not be shown when the page loads. So I'll give none. Same way the refresh button also must not be shown. So I'll give none here. So when the page loads, we have to invoke this function so that only the start the quiz button will be shown. So that we have made it inline, other two none, so that it will not be shown there. Now as soon as the page loads or at the start of the program, this function should be invoked, then only it will work. So after script, I'll just invoke this function. Just type the name of the function there. So we are just calling the function so that when the page is loaded, only the start the quiz button will be shown. Now let's save and check whether it works. So refresh the page. When you refresh the page, you can see only start the quiz button will be shown. Now according to the question, as soon as we click start the quiz button, other two buttons must be shown. As soon as we click start the button, only other two buttons must be shown. So start the quiz button on click property is given in change content. So we have to redefine that in change content function. So here you can see already next button is shown as inline. So we need to make the start the quiz button none. So here they have made it a comment. So let's remove that. So document.getElementById by quiz button is none. Now we have to do none for, inline for the refresh button also. So I'll copy this. So this should be refresh. It should be also inline. The first button will be hidden when you give none here, and the other two buttons will be inline. So now let's check once more. Refresh. So first only this button is shown. As soon as I click start the quiz, only the other two buttons must be shown and this must not be shown. So start the quiz. Now you can see only these two buttons are shown here. You can save the page as quiz solution followed by your center number and candidate number. So let's save. Solution followed by your passenger number and candidate number. Save. So this is the end of the JavaScript task. Please check the description for the links for the other tasks. Thank you for now.